they said when two elephants fight, right, it is the grass that suffers, Abi. But in this case, the entire Nollywood landscape is trembling under the weight of a feud that has escalated beyond imagination. So we are back on Angela Okorie again, a name synonymous with controversy. Recently said the honestness by publicly announcing her forgiveness of Mercy Johnson, citing reports of Mercy's undisclosed illness. But this act of forgiveness came with a caveat, a demand for Mercy to apologize to those she has allegedly wronged. A gesture that seemed more like a veiled attack than a genuine act of compassion. And that is exactly what it is. And now enter Regina Daniel, a younger actress and a close confidant of Mercy Johnson. I'm sure you guys are aware that Mercy Johnson and Regina Daniel are very, very close friends, very, very close friends. Okay. So expectedly, she's said to have entered, this whole thing that Angela Corey, released yesterday. Okay. So Regina did not excuse me, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm still under the weather, okay? So according to the story making it round, they said Regina did not take kindly to Angela's public admonition, of her friend, Mercy Johnson. So in a fiery Instagram post, she lashed out saying, Auntie Angela, you dey mad? Wow, wow. This one's strong, shall. If truly this is what she posted, this one's strong. A bold statement that set the internet ablaze. Okay? Angela, not one to back down. Of course, now, this kind that they call Angela now, I mean, she will never back down. She go see to the end of the matter. So, expectedly, Angela, not known to be the one to back down, retaliated with scathing remarks aimed at Regina's personal life, particularly her marriage to billionaire Senator Ned Wonko. So Angela mocked Regina, referring to Ned as an ancestor and insinuating that Regina married him for wealth and status. She went further to claim that Regina once visited her home with her mother, seeking guidance, and now has the audacity to insult her. Well, the thing is, I don't know if Regina actually used those words that is being reported here, because I don't live with Regina Daniel, and I'm not always on her Instagram page. But if truly she referred to her by saying she's mad, then that is really a tough one to handle, But again, referring to Senator Ned Wonko, her husband, as an ancestor, I think that is very, very unfair and too harsh. Because I mean, it's like she's taking this thing personal. Okay, so, but the plot thickens even further. Regina fired back, accusing Angela of hypocrisy and alleging that Angela once pursued Ned Wonko herself. Omo, this thing is getting hotter. She wrote, "He is everything your mind prays for, but cannot attract. Don't get me started on telling the world how you were chasing this same old man, this same person you call an ancestor." So now, so there was even a time Angela Okorie, chased Ned Woko, right? Now, wow. So many things are coming out, sharp. This exchange, has left fans divided. That is fans from Angela Okorie's side, Mercy Johnson's side, and now Regina Daniels. Some see Angela's action as a pattern of jealousy and attention seeking, as usual, while others believe Regina overstepped, her bounds, by involving herself in a matter that did not concern her directly. Okay, some of you may want to blame her for this, but she's very close to Mercy Johnson, and I believe she takes Mercy Johnson as her personal mentor, one way or the other. So they have personal relationship. I'm thinking that she couldn't bear it anymore. And I think she was particularly touched because of the fact that, okay, Mercy Johnson obviously is going through some tough time, health-wise. She feels offended that not now, even if you want to, say anything, she feels like Angela Okorie ought not to descend to that level she went at this time. Maybe that was why Regina, got got reacting that way. Okay, so Angela's history of public spats with colleagues like Zuby Michael and Uncle Pete, suggests a penchant for drama. Yes, a lot of people have said it that she has a very strong penchant for drama, and I mean, I think it has always been that same pattern. Okay, a confrontation often starts with accusations and end with claims of reconciliation, only to resurface, later, to begin to say something else. So it is a cycle that raises questions about the stability, her intentions, and maybe the mental health situation that a lot of people have insinuated about some time past. Okay? So Regina, on the other hand, has maintained a relatively low profile, focusing on her family and career. Yes, for all I know about Regina Daniel, I think she has comported herself very well. She's not out there anyhow. I mean, she keeps to herself, minding her business most time. We have to give that to her. Okay? So her decision to defend Mercy Johnson publicly indicates a deep sense of loyalty. But some argue that her approach lacked maturity. We all the way we handle things differs. Okay, so maybe this is how best she can handle it, and that is why she did it that way. So, if a lot of people see it as an act of immaturity, the way she went about it, then it is what it is. Okay, I'm not here to defend her. I'm not here to speak for her. I think she must have thought it through before they entered the fray. Okay, so as this thread, unfolds, one cannot help but wonder: is Angela's attack on Regina fueled by genuine grievances, or is it a manifestation of envy towards a younger actress who seems to have achieved everything that Angela desires in life? A lot of people have said this. Regina Daniel is still a very, very young lady. And apparently, she seems to have gotten everything that every young lady out there or every woman out there will have desired. I mean, her career is doing very well. Uh, Possibly the business that she's involved with are doing very well. Her husband has got, this money, and she flies private jets all over the place. I mean, she's just comfortable and just living her life. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. So, Regina is just enjoying her life. So, as a young lady, it is important that we note that this is what a lot of mature people in the Nollywood industry have always desired for themselves. And according to what the rumor mill is saying, is that Regina Daniel represents everything that Angela Okorie will have desired in life. But will she ever get there? I really don't know. And is that part of the effort? Is it instigated by jealousy? I don't really know. Only Angela Okorie can truly come out to tell us, okay, the possible reason that is fueling this whole thing. But then, until we hear that, then I think we just have to leave it where it is right now. So, so in the end, the real victim here, for me, might just be Mercy Johnson, who amid health struggles find herself at the center of public spectacle. That is what this is. So whether it is a basketball between Angela Okorie and Regina Daniels, the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, okay, it all revolves around the same Mercy Johnson, who is possibly still, trying to heal permanently. Someone who is trying to, uh, uh, um, be restored back to the way she was before. Okay, she is still the one at the center. Okay, so that is the unfortunate aspect right now, because she finds herself still at the center of this basbos between Angela Okorie and Regina Daniels. Perhaps it is time for all parties involved to reflect on their actions and consider the impact of their words, because the words they use today will ever remain indelible I mean, in the history of social media, because it will always remain there. Okay? And you don't want to look back few years from now and regret some of the words, both parties have decided to use, in these their gospels. Okay? So as the Yoruba proverb goes, right? They say when the drum beat changes, the dance steps must adapt. So it is high time, for a change in tune. This is my humble opinion. I think the days of gospels and all this stuff, should just end already. Because, like I said, at the center of these gospels is still Mercy Johnson. So it would rather be okay or more matured if all parties, recognize this fact and just let peace reign already. Okay? Because at the end of the day, like I said, when the drum beat changes, the dance steps must adapt. So this is the time for all parties to adapt. It is high time for them to change their tune also. Because like I said, at the center of all these gospels is still the Mercy Johnson, who is still healing. Okay? So I'm going to leave it right here. But I believe that those of you who have watched this video up to this point and who possibly have access to any of these parties, you must let them know that it will make sense for them to, just let peace reign. If not for their own sake, but for the sake of Mercy Johnson, who probably, like I said, is still healing. And we want to use the opportunity to wish her a permanent recovery, okay? Permanent recovery. We want to see her back on the screens again. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to leave this story right here. If you have listened to this story up to this time, I want to appreciate you. I want to also appreciate those who are sharing and liking our videos. But most importantly, those of you who are new subscribers, those of you who are subscribing, God will continue to bless you. So go to the comment section and leave your thought right there. Hopefully, I'll meet you there. Then we'll continue the conversation. God bless you. Bye-bye.